and welcome to Katrin's Pilates. I hope you did my warm-up session and you are ready for the third session of Pilates now. This session will be about opening your chest and strengthening your abs and obliques and your butt. So I hope you enjoy it. And then let's start right away. We are starting in the open ring seat, so-called. We have long legs, then let them fall to the side and pull them towards you a little bit, only a little bit. And then sit on your sit bones, nice and upright. Feel like a string that pulls you up and you're very upright. Great. Then your shoulders go downwards and backwards and your belly button and pelvic muscle will contract. Great. Maybe you want to close your nose and then breathe out against this closed nose. Then you will feel your belly button and pelvic muscle will contract. Okay, keep on breathing, but keep your belly button and pelvic muscle contracted. So now you know where your pelvic muscle is, right? Okay. Then we start with our arm bows. When you breathe out, when you exhale, your arms go up to tabletop, inhale, lower. And at the same time, your shoulders slide downwards or stay downwards and the shoulder blades slide down your back. Imagine you wear jeans and the shoulder blades want to slide into the pockets. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Two more. And the last one, you keep up, you keep the arms tabletop. And then we start with the right arm to go up all the way. The shoulder blade slides down and then goes up again. Exhale and inhale. Be careful that your chest doesn't move, your chest bone doesn't come out. Your chest bone is a little bit inside, always. And the movement starts with your shoulder. Like a gate, your arm will go up and down. You have lots of space in between your ear and your elbow. Don't go too close, don't go too far. Just go in the middle. And if that works well, you take the other arm to the side. Very good. At the same time, a little bit of coordination. Still the shoulder blade the chest bone, stays inside. And the movement starts from the shoulder blade, which is moving towards the spine. Exhale. Inhale. Great. Shoulders stay down, maybe every time you meet in the tabletop position, your shoulders go down again. You feel the string pulling you up, sitting, you're upright. And also two more. Then we keep the arms at the side and up there. Yes. Then the left arm can go down and we do our mermaid. So we lean to the side and come back. Exhale and the hand can move slightly gently over the floor and can come back. When you inhale, you come back. Exhale and inhale. Take care that your sit bones stay in the mat and even the right sit bone goes even more into the mat to open your side a lot. Really good. And your arm stays up there. Exhale, inhale. Actually, this is the simple mermaid. We do have a complex mermaid. Maybe we do it later on in one of the sessions. Two more. The shoulder stays down or goes down every time. And you feel how the chest opens. Great. Come back to tabletop. Belly Belly button pelvic muscles still contracted. You still feel the string. The shoulders can go up and really down one more time. And then we start with the left arm. Arm bow goes up all the way as far as it's possible for you. Not too far, not too close to your ear. Have lots of space in between your elbow and your ear. And when you feel comfortable with this arm bow, then include the other arm to the side. Remember, the movement starts from the shoulder blade and with your exhalation. Great. Shoulders stay down or go down every time you arrive at the starting position. And one last one, we stay up and to the side. The right arm lowers and we do our mermaid. Exhale and inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Your head just follows the movement and still stays, the neck is still in prolongation of your spine. And remember, your sit bone moves into the mat. Belly button pelvic muscles still contracted. We do 2 more. Last one. Great. So relax and release. Round your back. Doesn't matter what you do with your legs. You can straighten them. You can bend them. What is good for you? What feels good for you? Okay. One more exercise. Seated. Do the opening seat, long legs to the side, a little bit towards you. And we start with our hands over on top of each other and the thumbs together. And those thumbs will be plugged to your chest bone. It's fixed on your chest bone. So really touch your chest bone, not too hard of course, but a little bit. And then still your shoulders go downwards and your elbows stay up. Okay, great. You can guess that will be our twist. So when you exhale and contract belly button pelvic muscle, then you will turn and you will move your right rib, lowest rib bow, towards the left hip bone. Okay? We try. So when you exhale, you turn. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, come back. Inhale, upright, shoulders down. And exhale, turn. Inhale, stay here. Exhale. Really good. And to make it more intense, next time you can use your arm, your left arm, to go really even further. Exhale, move. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, move back. Stay upright. Two more. It's really good for your spine, for your discs. The liquid will be squeezed out of your discs and the liquid can refresh and renew and your spine can work better afterwards. Okay, the other side. Belly button pelvic muscles still contracted. Still remember the lowest rib bow wants to go to your hip bone. So from here to here. You start with your obliques and not with your upper body, not with your shoulders. Exhale, move. Inhale, stay. nose should stay above your fingertips, so your thumbs, so not turn your head. And then include this arm. Inhale, feel the string, shoulders down, and exhale, start again. Maybe you feel that with the hand, with the arm turning to the side, you can turn some more, even more. One last one. And relax. Round your back. Do whatever is good for you. Move your back. Yes. It's also really good for the twist is also really good for the muscles right next, for the back muscles right next to your spine. Maybe you will feel them tomorrow. So it's not a back pain, but it's the muscle ache. Okay, then we'll sit on the front of our mat. Have the legs very close to you. And we'll do the rolling like a ball exercise now. But please don't do it when you have a sliding disc. That's not good. Okay? Then stop, lay down and relax for a moment. Okay. Then you sit upright. And then when you exhale, belly button pelvic muscle, of course. And then the coccyx towards the pubic bone. So you round your back. You go to your toes. And then you roll backwards. Let's see if you come back. Close. Okay, sit upright again. Round your back. And roll. It's a really nice massage for your back. Great for the muscles that were worked out with twist. Don't bring too much pressure onto your neck, onto your head. Sit upright and then round again. One more to come up. And then one more to stay down there. So we don't roll up again. We just stay laying on our back. Then we put the arms to the side, really towards the side, hands towards the ceiling. And then we push the knees away. Then we have a right angle in knees and hips. So the knees are above your hips. Belly button pelvic muscle are contracted again. And we'll do our hip rolls. That means you move the knees, the legs to one side. Exhale, belly button pelvic muscle. Inhale, stay here. Exhale from the obliques, with your obliques. Pull them back. Go to the other side. Inhale, exhale, pull them back. Great. Inhale, exhale to the side. Inhale, exhale, come back. Inhale. Inhale, stay here. The opposite shoulder should not lift from the mat. It should stay there. And you shouldn't use your hands to push yourself up, to pull your legs back to the middle, but use your obliques. Great. The head can stay in the middle and belly button pelvic muscle are still contracted. One more time each side. And you decide how far you go, how much effort you will do, how much intensity you will give for the exercise. Great. You put the legs down one after another and drum on your belly. Yeah, then now we really started, right? Relax your belly. Very good. And then some more belly exercises. Have your arms at the side, not too close, not too far away. The hands towards the ceiling again. Great. Then pull your knees towards the chest, one after another, and push them away. And then you push them away a little bit further and pull them towards you. Play with your knees going away and towards you, and feel what your lumbar spine is doing. It's also going down onto the floor and a little bit moving away. And then at some point you break up here. And I want you to feel exactly when your knees are above your hips. So when you have a little lordosis, when you feel the tension in your abs is starting, but you don't break up yet. And you can also feel something is happening in your neck. The neck is getting longer and shorter. And when the neck is really long, then you have the perfect position. Have the lower legs parallel to the floor again, and your belly button is already a little bit contracted, otherwise you couldn't hold your legs. Okay, and then we keep this little lordosis all the time. You will have a little airspace underneath your lumbar spine all the time, but throughout this whole exercise. Okay, belly button pelvic muscle, and then we start. We straighten the legs and bend. It's for the lower abs. Inhale, come back. Exhale and inhale. You can put your heels together to guide, but the toes can be apart. Really good. Your knees should be hip wide apart, so a little bit apart. You could also do it with your heels hip wide apart. It's also fine. Still keep your lordosis, remember? Even if you do straighten the legs, and it's also fine if you cannot straighten it towards the ceiling, if you do it a little bit towards the front. It's a little bit more intense actually then. If you want, you can try. Okay, 2 more towards the ceiling as far as you can. Belly button pelvic muscles still contracted. And the last one, the legs stay towards the ceiling. Now we put the heels together and the toes towards us. And we flex the toes. And then we open and close the toes. The heels stay. Still got your lordosis. And you can bend your knees a little bit. Okay. Still keep your breathing rhythm. Exhale. In. We do 2 more. And the last one. And we put one leg after another down. Also for the quadriceps and for the lower abs. Really great. One more exercise I get for you in this position, and then we'll do another position. Okay. Start up again. Knees towards the chest, push them away, that you feel the right angle in your knees and your hips, that you feel the little lordosis, your neck is very straight and long. Imagine somebody's pulling, a string is pulling you long in the center of your head and on your coccyx. Okay, shoulders are nice and relaxed. And then we straighten and bend again. Not too often now, just to get back into the exercise. You could have done it right through, but I felt maybe you need a break. Okay, last time we straighten the legs, stay here, flex and open the toes. And now you imagine there's a pole from your heels towards your coccyx. And you slide down with your heels this pole. Great. Try to keep your lordosis. like a frog. Great. Oh, what a great exercise. Exhale. Inhale. Still imagine this pole. 2 more. And then we stay in that position up there with the heels. And I have one more for you. With your heel, you're drawing circles onto the ceiling. So, but don't move your hip too much. Don't release your lumbar spine, your lumbar lordosis. You still got the lumbar lordosis. And you're doing these circles. Inhalation, exhalation, one circle. Maybe we stop. And then the other way around. Really intense, I know. Double leg circle. It's the exercise called, we do 3 more. I'm shaking, you maybe too. Last one. Great. Put one leg after another down. And relax your back. Relax your quadriceps. Maybe you want to move your knees to one side and your head to the other side, your arms to the side. Stretch your abs, stretch your back. You deserve it. Great. Enjoy the stretch. And move to the other side. Knees to the other side, head to the other side. And enjoy the stretch here. And then you can stay on that side. Maybe you move back towards the mat, onto the mat. Okay, we'll do some exercises sideways, but this time we'll come onto our forearm. The hand comes towards, points towards the ceiling, flat hand, oh sorry, I'm missing the word. Your knees can be bent, and you're pushing yourself out from your shoulders, so your hands are straight here at your waist. Great. Your other arm can be either at your side or in front, but don't lean onto this arm. Don't push yourself up. Okay, belly button pelvic muscle, and then lift your hip and lower. Of course, we exhale and inhale, and as always, you can also swap the breathing. It depends. Some people like it the other way around. Go down nice and slow, don't fall onto your mat. And if you want to do more, don't go all the way down. Don't put your weight onto the mat, so go down. And when you exhale, go up again. Push yourself still up from your shoulder and come up and down here. Great, we do 2 more. And then we stay up here. We lift the arm and go underneath. And come up all the way again. Exhale, go underneath. Inhale, come up. If you want to do more, you can lift your leg. Yes. Last one. And lower. And lay down onto your side. And relax and release. Okay. I told you your butt will be worked out. So let's do that. That was more for the obliques again. So we push ourselves start with the other exercise. Move your hand onto your arm, it's fine. And then lengthen, straighten your lower leg, and the upper leg can be onto the mat. And then you lift and lower the lower leg. Still have your airspace at your waist. And lift and lower this leg. So the arm and the shoulder get a break. And we'll do the butt workout in a minute. This is the workout for the inner side, for the adductors. You see it's not moving too far, my leg is not moving up too far, but a little bit. As far as I can. 2 more. Okay, great. Relax, massage. Okay. Then your shoulder is ready to push yourself up a little bit more. Great. And then straighten your upper leg. And lift and lower. If you want to do more, you can lift your hip and then lift it lower. Great. Still push it up from your shoulder. The hip comes to the front. Yes. And then we stay here, the side a little bit up with your leg, and turn the toes downwards and upwards. Try to not turn your hip, but only your leg. You can still do it if you are on the mat, whatever is better for you. So your leg turns inwards and outwards a little bit, and your hip doesn't move too much. Great. And then we lift and lower again, but we have the toes towards the floor, the heel towards the ceiling, which makes it more intense for your butt. Great. Two more. And then we do 3 circles backwards. And 3 circles forward. And that's it. Come back to the mat nice and slow and relax and release. Massage your butt and have a little break. And then we roll to the other side or go to the other side. And you're almost done. So we start with our on our forearm, hand towards the ceiling. Push yourself up, the legs bend, and then we push ourselves up, belly button, pelvic muscle, and come back. Remember, if you don't put all the weight down onto the mat, but only go down and up, it's more intense. If you want it even more intense, you could also straighten your upper leg. The less points connect with the mat, the more intense. And keep your breathing rhythm. I'm getting too fast. Time is running. 5 more minutes to go. Very good. And then we stay up there. But then you need to put your leg down because you move the arm upwards and underneath. Inhale, go up. Exhale, go underneath. As far as you can reach backwards. Great. And the last carefully move downwards. Relax. You can put your head down onto your arm. Massage where you need it. And then we start with the long lower leg, the bent upper leg. You can also hold it, but you don't need to. Make yourself really straight, really long, straighten yourself. Imagine the strings. Relax your head and lift and lower your leg, the lower leg. Great. The inner side and the butt workout as well. Belly button pelvic muscle contracted, then you don't fall backwards and forward like I am doing. Try to keep your head relaxed on this arm. Two more. And bend. Relax, relax everything. And then for the last exercise, you go onto your forearm again, hand towards the ceiling, belly button pelvic muscles still contracted, and we go up and down again. No, we straighten our leg, and this leg goes up and down. But still push yourself up here, have a straight line here, or push yourself up from your arm, and then lift and lower your leg. Really good. Then stay here, turn your toe downwards and upwards. In your breathing rhythm, belly button pelvic muscles still contracted. Great. And then with the toe downwards, you go up and down some more times. Don't try not to use this arm too much. And then we do the circles. If you cannot stay there, then go down and do the circles. Nice and slow. And the other way around. Still push yourself up here. And put your legs down. Relax your head, put everything down. And massage yourself. And then I hope you do my stretching session afterwards. And I'm thanking you for watching Katrin's Pilates and have a great day.